Welcome to FameFlow, where every story reveals a hidden desire, a crossdresser's identity, true emotions. My first cross-dressing when I became my mother's daughter is our story for today, a tale of acceptance, courage, and the journey of identity. When I was growing up, I would often watch my mother from the door as she strutted gracefully in the kitchen, the soft tinkling of bangles on her wrists, the swaying of her sari pallu, and the quiet care in her eyes as she tended to all our needs. There was something magical about the way she cared for every member of our household. Every time I saw mother like this, something stirred inside me. A soft but persistent voice whispered, I don't want to be like my father or my elder brother Rohit. I want to be like my mother. There were 4 members in our house: my mother, father, my elder brother Rohit, and me, Kamal. But I never felt this number of my family was balanced. 3 men and 1 woman. Somehow, in my heart, it always felt that this number is wrong. This number is incomplete. I would often imagine how nice it would be if I were my mother's beloved daughter instead of her son. Then this number would be 2 men and 2 women, a perfect symmetry. I believed it wasn't just about the number of family members. It was about purpose. I wanted to be with my mother, spend as much time with her as possible, not just as a child but as a fellow woman, sharing the burden she carried alone, feeling the rhythm of the household the way she did, inheriting her grace and strength, and one day, paying it forward to my in-laws the way she did. But how could I say it out loud? How could I tell my family about this deep desire of mine? How could I tell anyone that I was born a boy but dreamed of being a girl all my life, feeling the soft touch of colorful clothes on my skin, wearing colorful bangles on my fair wrists that danced and sang with my every move, walking on the kitchen floor as the lady of the house, making the sweet sound of anklets? But I know that no one will understand this dream of mine. They will laugh. Or worse, make fun of me. So I always keep this dream buried deep inside my heart. When I found the internet, I realized I wasn't the only one having this dream. There were others out there who had the same dream as me. Beautiful, brave souls who were born male but felt deeply and unabashedly feminine within. I finally found a name for what I felt, and then I realized I was a crossdresser. A girl in my soul who was just waiting for her body to connect with her heart. I made friends using the internet world who were living their dreams like me. I heard their stories of fulfilling their dreams, and with each story I became less confused. What remained was a burning desire to fulfill my dream like him. To become not Kamal. To become a daughter, not a son of my parents. To become not a brother of my brother but his loving sister. But how? We lived in a small house. I shared a room with my brother. I had no privacy, no freedom. Then a crossdresser friend of mine shared an idea. Simple, bold, clever idea. I waited for the right time. One day I did not go to college. It was just my mother and me at home. That afternoon, I saw my mother cooking in the kitchen. Her sari was tied at the waist, her forehead was shining with sweat, but still she looked divine to me, like a goddess in a temple. I went into the kitchen and said softly, "Can I help you?" My mother suddenly turned back, frowning. "No, beta. Working in the kitchen is a girl's job. You go play or study." These words of my mother ignited a fire inside me. "Then just think of me as your daughter," I said to my mother, bravely, though my voice was shaking. "I just want to help you with the housework." She paused, looked into my eyes, and then, as if the universe had smiled on me, she sighed and said, "If you want to be a girl, go and get one of my dupattas." My heart skipped a beat. Was this really happening? My mother was asking me to get her dupatta for me. I ran into her room and opened her wardrobe with trembling hands. I picked out my favorite dupatta, a soft, pink chiffon dupatta with silver embroidery on it. It always called to me, and today, it was going to be mine. I came back, holding it like a sacred cloth, holding it close to my heart. Then, my mother gently placed it on my head, just like a newlywed bride stepping into her new life. The dupatta was made of soft fabric and I had no experience handling it, so my mother challenged me and said, "Make sure that the dupatta does not slip from your head while working, okay?" This was no joke. This was a challenge. A blessing. And I, Kamla, was ready to take up this challenge. Now there were two women in our kitchen, my mother and me. Mother was cooking and I was cleaning the utensils with my attention on the dupatta. Mother was looking at me from time to time and was smiling to herself seeing me in the dupatta. After completing the kitchen work, I took that dupatta from mother and said that I will use it again tomorrow while working in the kitchen. The next day I woke up to my mother making tea in the kitchen. I quickly got out of bed and came to the kitchen with my dupatta. I put the dupatta on my head in front of my mother like a newly wedded daughter-in-law. Mother smiled at me. I smiled at her too. My father and Rohit were reading the newspaper outside, completely unaware that the balance of our house had finally become equal to women, to men. Mother poured tea in 2 cups and handed it to me. "Take this to your father and brother. Then come back and wash the dishes." I proudly fixed my dupatta once again and went out. My father and Rohit looked at me, both surprised, happy to see my new look. They smiled. But their smiles did not touch me. I was not Kamal today. I was Kamla, their sister, their daughter, the woman they never expected to see but who was always with them within these walls. I returned to the kitchen, my head held high. I rolled up my sleeves, straightened my dupatta, and started washing the dishes one plate at a time, as mom always did. This was not only my first cross-dressing experience, it was my first homecoming. Conclusion: Kamla's birth. No one saw it as a truth of mine, but something changed in me that day. My mother may not have said it out loud, but she almost accepted me by placing a dupatta on my head. She may have seen Kamal, but she addressed Kamla. And from that moment on, whenever I stepped into the kitchen, I did not do so as someone hidden, but as someone who was beautifully seen. That day was not just a fantasy come true. It was the moment my heart met its reflection, not in the mirror, but in my mother's quiet acceptance. That day, I was not her son helping in the kitchen. I was her daughter, living her truth.